Well, I thought I'd post this video. It was about a couple weeks ago that Neill, myself, and Paul Gentry all were invited to a screening at the Egyptian Theater of Laser Blast. It was 42 years ago that I worked on that film, and we were asked to come up and do a panel after the film and answer questions and talk about our stories regarding shooting. So without further ado, let's take a look.
That was pitiful. You're right, it doesn't make any more sense when there's nothing taken out or you're not talking. I mean, it's like, all of a sudden he was like on a bench running through town. And like, and nobody was like surprised when the alien shot him or the
Well, how about him leaving the gun behind in the first place? The aliens were this.
I was wondering where the town came from. They're like a rural desert town, and all of a sudden,
that is actually the MGM back lot.
It was, absolutely.
Yeah, and if you notice, there's nobody there. There's no people.
No.
And we had all these people standing behind the camera, and I was there, and I said, why doesn't he put all these people into the shot? You know, that's the way they did it.
We even had Mark Hamill there that day because he came to visit Camden, a friend, so we spent the day with him.
Yeah.
He wanted me to put him in the makeup. Remember that?
I gotta say though, you know, this film was directed by the guy who, on the previous film for Charlie Band, was either the key grip or the dolly grip. And they made him a director, so he was the guy who directed Laser Blast. I thought, wow, they are moving up in the world.
Well, look, they had my movie, The Day Time Ended.
Yeah, John Carter, yeah. He's actually the sniper in the plane is the director of this film. That was Michael Ray.
Is he driving the van?
No, the guy in the plane that's shooting at him with the machine gun.
Oh, that's right.
One thing you guys probably don't know about is that whole beginning sequence. Three of us out of the four shooting the opening of that film were actually here.
This is the
Paul,
crew.
V, myself,
Minus David
Allen, of course, who's no longer with us. We went out to the motorhome with an old Mitchell 35mm camera we later found out was used to photograph A-bomb tests with.
Yeah.
And we went out to this desert location and we shot that whole opening sequence, and I played the creature at the beginning that gets killed.
And Steve forgot to bring his teeth with him.
Yeah, I had teeth and I forgot them. And it was kind of too late because here we are out in the middle of Lancaster, so.
That's okay, because Kim had his teeth.
I still have the eye contacts I wore, which back in those days weren't the soft ones you have today. They were these hard pieces of plastic that were quite uncomfortable, to say the least.
Do you remember David Allen? He bought this kind of crappy old RV. We went out and he didn't know how to use the gas tank, how to read it properly, so we ran out of gas. And we're in the desert. And you and I had to walk to a ranch to get gas. Do you remember that? It was like a couple miles away.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen now because...
You were gone for a long time, and David and I wonder if they'd ever come back, and somebody got him out there or something.
There's a lot that I don't remember about that movie, and now I know why.
I remember a lot of things. One thing I'll say about it is that Dee and I had done two pictures before, or one picture before that. The very first one I did was thanks to Rick Baker. He gave me this job called The Crater Lake Monster, which eventually led to working on the film with Chris Walken and Margaret Kidder. And after that film was done is when we got asked to do Laser Blast. And that was a big thrill at the time because it was very early in our careers, and for me, especially as a prosthetic makeup artist and doing props, it gave me a chance to not only play a monster, but do the monster makeups, the props and stuff, and that was a lot of fun. So I remember the film fondly for that, because it eventually led to much greater things for us.
So I wanted to say in the background, Paul was nice enough to send me a bunch of behind-the-scenes photos that he took on the set. So we're going to be playing these in the background. And
Awesome.
Well,
As you can see here, there were 3 stages to the makeup, and if you watch the film more than once, you'll start to notice it.
there's also another really interesting thing about this makeup. The first time I put Kim in the makeup, I I was, I was making him up and I was getting ready to do his body makeup and everything, and the director comes in and goes, okay, we're ready for him. And I said, but I haven't finished the makeup. I've only got his face on. He goes, that's okay. And I said, so what you're telling me is he only turns green from the neck up? Yep, that's exactly right.
Thank you so much. After all these years of backing me up on that, because I have been beat up about that so many times.
They didn't want to wait another 20 minutes for me to paint the rest of his body and his hands. So he was from here up with the neck. That was not the turn green.
Fleshy hands.
Yes. Works for me.
I said, well, geez, I don't think my name's going to be on this, but they did it.
But they did it anyway.
I think this was my first film with like actual prosthetics in it too. So, as a matter of fact, I'm now director of education at Cinema Makeup School, and I brought a lot of my students with me here today. I said, you have to come and laugh at this movie and see like my first movie so that you can know where you can go.
But I'm going to tell them a story then about how you did that makeup. And that makeup, is that picture up there, Paul, the one outside?
It's already gone by.
Okay, there's a picture of me standing with the gun and the silver coat. And that was the first day that we actually put the makeup on. He put the makeup on me, and Rick Baker came over, because Rick lived real close by, and he used to come over all the time. And he dropped in, and he saw the makeup. He said, who the hell put the makeup on? I said, B did. That's really good. And, that's when it all started. Because, back then, foam rubber appliances didn't have the best blender edges in the world on them. And certainly mine didn't, doing it so quickly for the show as I did. And she blended those very thick edges into my face and also so well. So, that this got an attention of Rick Baker, and that led to other things.
I remember Rick telling me really early on, he says, if you have a crappy appliance, give it to V because she can blend a dime in your face.
Blended dimes, that's right.
I'm very, in fact, I've been going around at the school, I show the kids how to blend these prosthetics in, these foam prosthetics, because sometimes their edges don't come out so good or we're using stock pieces. But that's when you really take your time to do it is, I'm teaching, never mind. Carry on.
By the way, this was my second film. My first film was a DP on the Crater Lake Monster, another David Allen. But thanks to Steve here, he helped get me that job.
And Paul and I are still working together.
We're still working together, yeah.
Because I have my own studio. We're making a TV pilot right now that's in production, in fact, in post-production.
So this was the first time you guys have seen it projected since maybe it originally played?
Yeah, since it first came out. I actually went to the theater. Well, I wanted to see my Neill. Real back in those days.
Do we have a cast and crew screening on that or something? Must have a crew screening.
I think so.
I
But
think
actually,
he at least did those. Yeah.
but I also went to the theater to see it with an audience, which was really thrilled because they laughed all through it.
I like it was more like a montage, the motion picture, because I've never seen so many montages. It should have been a title card filler.
Also, I don't know if you noticed the music on there. It was done by Joel Goldsmith and Charlie Band, Richard Band, his brother. But Joel Goldsmith was Jerry Goldsmith's son, and he was one of our friends that we also used to hang out together.
Very sweet guy.
And he is no longer with us either, so, but anyway, that's kind of interesting, because, Jerry Goldsmith, his father, was an extremely famous composer.
But he was a sound man, actually. He was
He was also doing the
doing
sound.
production sound. Then he got back into music, like your old dad, later on. That's what he did, so his career. Yeah, he died quite young, unfortunately. Great guy.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Too.
And at the star, Kim Milford passed very young too, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Age 37,
Yeah.
yeah. And so did Cheryl Smith.
Yeah.
She died in 2002. Well,
So, survives somehow. So.
we're still here.
We're still here. We're still working in the business, and we'll never stop.
How long was this shoot for? I know it was a low budget, but how many days did it last?
A week? I don't know.
Well, it was, kind of interspersed, a few days here, a few days there, as I was course, I wasn't on every day of the shoot. I was only on the days we were getting across the ring.
I was there every day and I couldn't tell you how long, but I mean, typically Charlie's movies were really short.
Like 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, like, maybe
Yeah.
3 weeks or something like that. It was
It's a
pretty
quickie.
quick.
Obviously, to cash in on Star Wars. I think I got a picture here of the actual Star Wars sign, which is actually hard to see in the movie, but
Oh, you can see that Star Wars sign.
yeah.
I think that was a very loud applause moment.
Yeah.
Somewhere Lord and Miller are happy that it happened.
The next film after this one we did with Charlie was one that I wrote and produced, which was called The Daytime That Did It. It was originally called Vortex, which was a much better title. And it was a good script, but typically what they would do with good screenplays is everybody would have their few pages to add to it. So by the time we shoot it, it became a different movie, a different vision. So we ended up, Paul and I working all the effects together.
That David Allen, that was David
David
Allen.
Allen, yeah, and there were lots of other big names involved in those effects. Jim Danforth, the Dennis Mearings, the Phil Tippett, and others
Yeah.
all had a part in that, so.
Yeah,
We were
well,
all
later-
12.
But you can see, actually, Randy Cook was one of the animators on Laser Blast. He later won 3 Academy Awards for Lord of the Rings, So everybody was slumming it early in their careers, So I don't know if you saw that, Sandy. Yeah.
But I never regret doing these films. I've done a number of Larry Cohen movies, I think 6, 7 pictures in total, and some others for B pictures, but they all led to me doing bigger and better stuff, so you got to start somewhere. But I'm grateful to those films. Plus I got to work with some really amazing people like Roddy McDowell, who I went on to work with several more times after this movie in much better movies like Fright Night and things like that.
Both Roddy and Keenan worked one day on the movie each, So Charlie would hire for marquee value, and this, and basically had them for each for one day. But they were both great guys. I got a chance to talk with them too.
They couldn't spell Roddy's last name right in the credits.
Oh, right. That's right.
Now that we've done all that chatting, does somebody have a question they want to ask? Anything else? You're all just like too dumbfounded with how.